Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we're live from Project Rubi-ka. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. I'm just doing some social mediaing in the background. Right, here we go. Got this pretty smoothly now. Wow, pretty busy on the Discord there. Also share on the other Discord, like so. I always forget to post it on my bloody Discord server. I'm like the worst streamer ever. Right, let's go to the live screen. There we are. Okie dokie. I think that's everything. You know what? If I forgot it, it wasn't important. Famous lie. That's the hold my beer philosophy right there. Anyway, yes. So we are. Let's go to live. Right, okay, we're live. We got, last time, the 5-slot belt. However, it's 225 comp lit to use, and we have a lot less. Like 80 something, well, 70 something less. Pink goggles, no clue. Welcome to the stream. You're very good health. Skull, etc. Yeah, so, and it's not like, oh, I'll just go and get a few implants and do it. No, you can't do that on Shade. Ghostmaster, welcome on in. Yeah, you can't do that on Shade, cause Shades can't use implants. Don't you know? It looks a little choppy on YouTube. Ah, it's because it was at 480. Ah, there you go. I've got the bandwidth, damn you. Redo some buffs. So we got that new one there. Piercing for 54. Recast. Looking good. Space, we want some of that. So we've got some help. Someone volunteered to run down to the bottom of Temple of the Three Winds and kill the dude for us. Which was brilliant. And we are very, very grateful. Right, okay. Let's go for an XP mission. What have we got here? One out there. 7k experience is not much, is it, for a mission? Maybe, yeah, maybe credits is the way to go. Try again. Ah, interesting. Let's roll from further afield, I think. Good dunk. Let's go to tier. We'll go all the way up to Avalon, I think, and roll from there. That's pretty much north end of the map. Go to Bliss. There we go. And from Bliss, Avalon. There we go. Right. Let's see what we get. So we've got one from here down to Bliss. What's that reward like? 1200 creds. Got one to Wailing Wastes. Agility sense. Not bad. One near. That's quite a ways out from the outpost, but what's that one worth? 10k, 12k, 11k. We'll go for the 12k because why not? It's a bit of a run from Bliss, but hey. Okay, which way? We're going to the west. I'd say it's not that far. We should be all right. So what have we got? Is it food, snacks? I'm guessing it is. So, busy day at work today, but got through it. Further than I thought, I'll admit. Yes, it is further than I thought. It only looked like about an inch on the map. Yeah. Well, it's an inch on the map. It's a million miles otherwise. Ooh, some of the mobs are still green out here. Draden, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of nanas and stuff we need to get. And armor. Definitely armor. Okay, we're nearly there. Let's see what we get. Triggered the... Oh, right. We got the lab mission. Mob level 51. Okay. What's this one? Stamina sense. Is that better than the one I'm using? No, but it's quite a useful one. So I'm going to pick that up and keep it, I think. Loose torch. Loot to sell. More loots. Oh, Agent Mob. Watch me get rooted. Dot. Oh, AI viewers with Streambo. And report. Spam, yeah. Bots. Spamming bots. I verify the information is truthful. Block this user. And then ban. Bye. Wouldn't want to be you. Right, there we go. Anyway, back to the stream. AI view bots now. Oh my god. It's only going to get worse, folks. We all know it. That one... Oh, that one has 14, 14, 6. This is 14, 14, 46. So I've got two of those. So I've got one I can share with others. Got to repeat there. Dead internet theory becoming real. Yeah, this is it. Although, I think yes and no. I think genuine content with genuine viewers will still continue to be a thing. But yeah, it is going to end up just being people gaming the system. Crazy. What's this Project Rubi-ka all about? Well, funny you should ask. However, to answer the question fully without, taking up half a stream, here's a short video explaining all of it and how to play here. Essentially, at heart, it's an emulator, but it's rewritten code from the ground up, which is pretty cool. But they've remade the game. Yeah, everything you should need to know to get started and create an account, log in and play. It's entirely free. It will always be completely free because the dev team obviously don't own Anarchy Online. Funcom are aware of the server and everything else. They heard me. No. Oh no, a bomb. Oh yeah, right, okay. The stream isn't broken. There you go. inventory full. I am getting such a full inventory these days. I need to invest in more bags, clearly. Yep, I definitely need to invest in more bags. Have I got bag space anywhere? Oh my god, no! A bit of triage then, I guess. Is that a nano I can use as a... No, enforcer, thought it was. You know what? Let's delete the joint clans. That'll sell for a little bit. Did I not empty all my crap? Last time I thought I had done. Yeah, dead internet theory. If you've not heard of that, Google it. There's some pretty interesting video essays on it, and written articles, etc. Right, so we got that 100%. We want to max out complet, so we do that. Save, and then suggested for everything else. There we go. Just make sure that one's getting some love. More NCU, more space for fun things. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Probably not worth picking up. Oh, that is a much better waste, I think. That's at my AC's 102. 127. Yeah, that is definitely better, but I've run out of space to put anything. Froob t-shirt, I don't really want to delete. Tattoo of inner peace. That can go. That can go. That's a conciliary thing. Right, let's get rid of that. Pick this one up. Need a bit more space though. Don't need that anymore. That can go. So if I take this waste out and replace it with better waste, there we go. Yeah. The thing with some theories is don't take them too seriously. It was like Moore's law. It was the law for years, decades even. Until it wasn't. Yeah, if you've not heard of it, yeah, dead internet theory. If you Google it, well, there's a Wikipedia for it. The concept says the internet consists primarily of bot activity and automated content manipulated by an algorithmic curation, originally conceived as conspiracy theory, alleging the phenomenon is often a coordinated effort to control the population, reduce genuine human interaction. The concept is also employed colloquially to describe the impacts of generative AI. Yeah, AI. Biggest misnomer ever. It is neither... Well, the only thing that's accurate is artificial. The rest is just like, no. It is none of those things. I mean, it has the intelligence of an amoeba. You know, stimulus, response, stimulus, response. But that's about it. It doesn't actually want to do anything, so to speak. It does things because it's stimulated to do so. One scary theory is the false vacuum. If it's real, then everything can change from basic matter to natural forces. Well, yes, but there are a lot of speculative theories that have postulated basically the same thing in the past, and they're not that scary. They don't change your day-to-day life or even that of your children or, you know, anything really. It's just that matter and energy are interchangeable, or matter is a different expression of energy. Which is a thing long postulated, in actual fact. It's got these are level 43. They require 196 first aid. We have not that. Never mind. There's nothing I can drop, really. I'm carrying too much crap. Absolutely carrying too much crap. What are these? Quality 50. I can't handle those, so they're going to go. We'll take that graft instead. I can hear an alarm going off on my phone. I'm going to go and kill it. True, if false vacuum happens, there's nothing. Yeah, the sun's going to blow up. Well, it's going to swell to a red giant for a period of time in about 4 billion years or whatever, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. And it will engulf the entirety of the Earth and turn it to ash. There'll be nothing of any of us or anything ever done by mankind left unless we move away from the Earth. Nothing we can do about that either. But I wouldn't worry about it. Pale blue dot. Photograph taken by one of the Voyager expeditions that was turned round to look back at Earth from the outer planets Saturn and Jupiter. My God, this mission's enormous. Yeah, you should probably watch 2 or 4. Have you ever watched a podcast with a couple of scientists on it? Typically Hannah Frey and another guy with an epic beard called Everything Else is Science. Great podcast. I mean, they get sent in questions, some written in by young children. So the question can seem innocent enough in of itself, but when you analyse it fully in different fields, the places that takes you is really quite interesting. Tiny speck of dust caught in a sunbeam. Yeah. Every picture of the solar system you've ever seen is grossly inaccurate. and completely not to scale in any way. So if the sizes of the planets are to scale, the distance between them is grossly out of scale. I've seen a couple of good... Okay, someone's got fireworks. Yeah, the rest is science, I think it's called. If I open YouTube, it will probably recommend them, because I do listen to them while I'm working. Well, not working, just doing stuff. Yeah, the rest is science. There you go. It's this channel. There's Hannah Frey. She's great. I love her. British girl. And then this guy, who looks like another guy who does a lot of scientific stuff. Cognitive Ghosts or whatever. The rest is science. Yeah, it's a great podcast if you're into deeper theories, because they actually get round to kind of explaining how that works in terms that non-scientifically trained people can grasp, which is really good. Also, low-key, totally fancy Hannah Frey. But secret, yeah. But yeah, she's brilliant. She's brilliant. I mean, literally, she's brilliant. She's one of the finest minds of her generation, But she's completely relatable and human and normal. Has children, that just lives in the real world with the rest of us, as well as being brilliantly intelligent. Kind of attractive in its own right, that, I've got to say. So if that's the caveman talking, you intelligent female, you give me intelligent children. Oh, it did open first go. Well, there you go. Ooh, another disc. Discs sell pretty well. Yeah, I'm going to ditch that. Oh my god. And then the next mission, we're coming out with bags. Because we clearly need more storage space for missions. A lot of people don't understand how tiny we are. We're infinitesimally small. And nothing in the scale of the galaxy, let alone the scale of the universe. Right, so I think that puts us at 100%. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we don't... someone did a pretty bang-up job of trying to explain just how wrong most of the models of the solar system we've seen. It gives you the differential scale of the planets and in their correct orbital order of based on nearest to sun to furthest from sun. But the distance between them is grossly misrepresented in order to make them fit on, a classroom wall, basically. Or inside a book. Because if they were accurate, it'd be a book with some very huge foldy-outy pages. For want of a better description. Where the hell was the thing that I need to do the thing? If the planets around us can hardly even be seen without good eyesight, that should say a lot. Yeah, given how much more massive they are than the planet we're on, it's the distance between us and those. Like, you see a picture of the Earth and the Moon, and you think, well, the astronauts didn't have that far to go. Oh, God, yes, they did. 1/1000th of an inch trajectory wrong, and they'd have whizzed past it without even smelling it. Not that you can smell it because you're in a vacuum in space, but yeah. Help, where is the doohickey? We just keep doing lefts till we find it. Our closest stellar neighbour is the moon, and at arm's length it's less than the size of a 5p piece. A small coin.
The most accurate model of the universe has the omni-prime system at its center. All things revolve around Omni-Tech. Join our family now.
And on that note, I'm getting a beer. So to Mahoney, thank you for the 100 bits. I shall be back very shortly. Dial phone. Hello, yes. Omni Reform. Lies are lies, no matter how many times you say them. Well, it's been written and proven in history, if you tell a lie for long enough, eventually people believe it. Unfortunately, this is a thing. Human beings are very much not logical. Mrs. Mahoney says, hello to you, Carlos. Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Mahoney. I hope you're taking good care of each other. When I told someone myself and Mrs. Callas had been together for, oh my God, 20 plus years, they asked, what's the secret to, you know? I said, well, you know, you look after each other. That's the thing. It's like you've both gone scuba diving, and each of you watches out for the other diver. You know, are they getting into trouble? Do they need some help? Do they need your support? Or do they need to be supported? You know, it's yeah, it's a thing. And there we go. I had just enough space for the token, which doesn't really matter because we're on a shade and we can't use tokens. Not allowed. There we go. So we've reappeared at the back of Beyond. 17 years with your wife, pretty good for... Yeah, hey, you know, mate, you're going to make it work one way or another. It works out or it don't work out, but I think the more honest you are with each other and the more real you are with each other, the better. Someone that you can just be yourself around is the easiest person to hang out with. It doesn't necessarily make it boring either, especially if you can annoy each other in a fun way. If it's a playful relationship, it's great. And what that looks like for two people A versus what that looks like for two other people, example B, can be totally different. You've got to find your own way, write your own story. That's the thing of it. That's all I can tell you. I got no other sage advice. You know, find the person you feel normal around. Also, a lot of it depends on what you bring with you, you know. I dated for 10 years before we got married. Yeah, that's it. You kind of knew what you were about after 10 years, I guess. If you've got baggage, there's no one answer is the answer. One person with unresolved stuff doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to work out in a relationship with someone that does have things resolved. Maybe they're there to help you, you know, help you resolve your stuff, but it's not their responsibility to do that. It's just a bonus. Every friendship is different. Every relationship is different. It's always its own little unique blend of the personalities involved, and which is what makes it so cool. My wife found me in my darkest times. She picked me up, and you're probably still in your darkest times, but she just shines a light on it all. Who knows? Or showed you how to shine a light on it. I don't know. I don't know your particular situation. But yeah. Silence,
Her
mortals.
Excellency, Eva Poor Eyes, invites you to help work through your differences with Omnitech. Please visit your local Omni Reform agent today. Omnitech is your friend.
Lies! Thank you once again, Soda Mahoney, for all the 100 bits and that nice message from Omnitech Reform. Of course, their marriage guidance council is 2 chairs with these helmets connected up to a bunch of wires. But, you know, don't worry about that. That's fine. I'd be like, what was that movie? I really enjoyed it as well, even though it's a bit silly. Just because it's silly doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Equilibrium, that was it. It was a bit of a take on Brave New World. You know, story's been told before, but they did a really particularly good job of it with that movie, I thought. Christian Bale, bonus. I just like him in nearly everything, so could be the bias, like, oh well, he's British. Say he's British. He's also Incredible actor. God, the dedication to the role from him. Yeah, we need a character. We need the actor to be this size and weight. Okay. His like bodily transformation between roles is just, dude, what are you doing to yourself? And yet, you know, totally works. He went from American Psycho, in which he's in incredible shape for that movie, and then he went to The Machinist, where he was dangerously underweight, and 6 months later he was in a Batman movie. It's just like, what the hell? He punished his body for the roles. Hang on, let me... I saw someone figured it out. Like, it's not prosthetics. What he's done... yeah, someone posted it on Reddit. So there he is, 81 kilos in American Psycho, and ripped. Look at him, he's shredded in that movie. He's also a psycho, but I mean, that's the movie. Reign of Fire, he's approximately the same, maybe a little heavier. Yeah, 83 kilos. Then he drops to 55. Look at him, dangerously underweight in The Machinist. And literally a year, less than a year, he's this guy in Batman Begins. Then he goes back down to a more average weight, like 60 kilos for Rescue Down. Goes back up to 87 kilos for Dark Knight Rises. Drops down to 62 for The Fighter. And then balloons to 106 kilos for Vice. It's bonkers. It's nuts that someone would do that to themselves. Not a fat suit. No, it's not a fat suit. It's a fat Christian Bale. You know, when you see an actor saying, "Oh, Hollywood places too much pressure on an actor to change their body weight for a role," I'm like, "Excuse me, just shut up. Christian Bale exists." You know, it's like a standard no human really should be setting for themselves because it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just nuts that he can actually do that. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not a fat suit. For The Machinist, he said, "What do you do?" Well, I would just eat an apple and a tin of tuna every day. But that would be all he would eat for the entire day. Which, you know, not recommended. Any doctor would say that's really unhealthy. For The Machinist, he was saying, "Oh, I could go lower." And the director was like, no, all the no. You know, I don't want to be the director that pushed you into your grave kind of thing. So you've got to remember, when you're losing weight that drastically, your heart is a muscle. And it is also losing mass, you know. I'd eat nothing for that kind of money. Easy to say, but living with it, different, I think. Okay, let's get another one. Should we do the same again? Or we could do the Broken Shores thing, couldn't we? Roll 2 there. Hunger is a powerful force, you have no idea. Oh, yes, I do. I am subject to that force. Take some willpower for me to not end up fat. Put it that way. if I ate what I wanted to eat and as much, yeah, body cannibalizes itself at that level. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, I don't know. How tall is Christian Bale anyway? At those weights. The internet thinks he is... he's a bit younger than me. Does it say his height? Yeah, so he's literally my size. So he's a 6-footer. I can't imagine what it would be like to weigh that little at my height. I would look like the Machinist, you know. When you've been starving for days, the things you'd be willing to eat would scare most people. It probably would, yeah. What do we got? Oh, middle of the camp. What's the reward for this one? Oh, that's pretty good. Creds wise. Right, okay, let's go. Kind of easier after you lose your sense of taste after COVID. I'm pretty sure I caught COVID. But I don't know absolutely because there were no lateral flow tests available when everyone we knew all had the same cold within the same couple of weeks after some visitors from the region COVID started in visited the hotel and stayed there where Mrs. Callis works. And then everyone we had come into contact with, miraculously, had a really horrible cold for a couple of weeks. So, although I'm fairly certain I had it, I can't say absolutely that I did because there was no test for it. Easily addicted to food. I mean, when you're starving for days, the things you would eat. Yeah, that's true. That's true. When I stopped smoking, oh my God, did I suddenly find a new love for food. Yeah, we'll do the boss actually, but let's pull him away from the others. I'll have you first. Yeah, I had all the jabs and everything thereafter. First couple felt a bit weird for about 48 hours, then felt normal again. The last one I had, though, was the German Spike jab. And yeah, I actually felt I had like a full-on immune response to that one. Yeah, week long. I wasn't in bed, but I was really not well. Like, oh God, I'm poorly, you know, for about 2 weeks. It was a cold that just felt it outstayed its welcome. Yeah, if you've had the jab, then vaccines work that way. Your body's got an immune response to the virus. So you feel off because your body's fighting it, but ultimately it fights it and gets rid of it. Asymptomatic, yeah, basically zombie. You're a carrier, yeah. So you can be infected with the disease and spread it, but you're not actually affected by it. Yeah. because your body's already fighting it so effectively you don't particularly feel ill. Yeah, I think I got it before the vaccines and then had, I don't know, 3 or 4 jabs thereafter. And the amount of bullshit on the internet about what vaccines are and how they work, oh my god. Yeah, let's not go there. But yeah, it was some brain dead bullshit that I saw. Heavy staff. Ooh, lots of stuff to sell. Before we've even gone to the mission, I'm loading up on crap. Gotta disagree with you on the jabs. No, good God. Jabs don't make you immune. Jabs give your body the information it needs to fight the disease. That's why the common cold does not kill you. That's why polio isn't a thing anymore, except in areas where they suddenly decided vaccine's bad. I don't know how they work or the immune system works, but someone said that they are, and I believe them. You know, brain dead stuff, really scary stuff. Yeah, the common cold is constantly evolving. All viruses do, they mutate and evolve. And because they're such a small organism, they do it very, very quickly. Smallpox and polio, when I was a kid, people were in iron lungs. People died from that or had gammy leg because they had polio. And now, thankfully, you know, 50 years later, it's virtually eradicated, except in countries where they don't have a vaccination program. And then suddenly it reoccurs because people's immune systems haven't learned to fight it. Tuberculosis killed millions of people a year. And then you got that big ugly jab in your left arm. That left that big ring scar, if you remember that. There you go, my friend. Yeah, I know nature will always do stuff, but you know, the research into it all means we're getting closer and closer to that crystal ball. I mean, you look at the genocides in most countries during the Western culture's expansion across the rest of the world. Entire populations were wiped out in their millions by diseases that most people have developed a natural immunity to in Western cultures. Countries that have never had the smallpox virus and polio and whatever come into contact with, according to this, there's 2 mobs in here. Oh yes, there are. Yeah, and within a couple of years, like half the population's been wiped out by those diseases. It's horrible. I feel like I'm taking more damage this mission. Yeah, we're always playing catch up with nature. That's always going to be a thing. I'm just going to sit here and heal up. Caveman days, I assume you mean. Most people were dead by 30. Fast forward to a Victorian era. Yeah, most people didn't live beyond a certain age. Why? Medical advancements and vaccines. Yeah, I know you meant caveman, not save man. I guessed that the typo. What hellhounds do? Bite your knees. But in my installation, they don't make doggo sounds. What was that one? Training, yeah, that's Enforcer? Agent, even. Okay. Yep, that's gonna do it. They tend to hit quite hard, I know that. You can semi-med doggos with a side of beef, Nano. They're mechanoid well, they're mechanoid creatures. Right, before we exit this room, beer o'clock. Time for another one. Going down to, well, I think it's the current temperature and humidity. Drinking beer because you're thirsty, not a good plan. But hey, I'm going with it. Just tried WoW after many years, made me want to play AO again. WoW is shite. Opinions vary. I was never a fan myself, but if someone enjoys something, I don't criticise it. It was the art style I didn't like. I don't know. And the fact that everything was locked down. You're this class, you can't use that. Like the first time I leveled in that game, I was like, where's the skill window? Where do I spend IP? And 10 minutes later being told it decimated AO. No, it didn't. It onboarded millions more players, but those players were never going to play AO anyway. saying it decimated. It was never a contest. It was people going, you know, so you had younger people gravitate more. It was a much younger audience tended to play WoW than played Anarchy Online. It's, you know. Yeah, Star Wars Galaxies was going to be the AO killer. WoW was going to be... It wasn't. The thing that decimated the player base in Anarchy Online was time, the effects of aging, and lack of investment. No, it didn't. It didn't, because the numbers that WoW generated didn't exist until WoW. So you're comparing oranges and apples. We didn't have a mass exodus from AO to play WoW. That didn't happen. There was some people that left AO to play WoW, certainly. But, you know, the 40 million players playing WoW didn't come from AO. They came in to play WoW. They didn't come from AO because they never had that amount of players to begin with. I definitely disagree. Agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the millions of people that started playing WoW were never going to play AO to begin with. Too complicated. Takes too long to make a strong character. Too much learning involved. Too complex. Just wasn't their taste. It's not what they wanted from a game. They wanted to log in, meet up with some other people, do stuff. That's it. Didn't want to have to learn how to play. Had to learn how to fix a raid. Or beat a raid, or whatever. WoW was one of the first MMOs that exploited what MMOs can do to people. Anarchy didn't do that. A bunch of other games didn't do that. They just said, here's this game we've made. We think it's fun. Here's the systems you need to know to play it. Off you go, have fun. But WoW was designed by people that make slot machines. Essentially, that was how it was made so popular. It tapped into the RNG and the whatever, and it also had some of the biggest amounts of money and influence behind it. So it was like it was too big to fail anyway. But the people playing it would never really have gotten into AO anyway. It's an apples to oranges comparison. It's like Star Wars Galaxies. I couldn't jump. I tried the game. I spent 45 minutes making a Wookiee that I liked the look of, and then got to wherever I was, Mos Eisley, somewhere like that was canon, and went, oh, right, for this mission I need to go over the road to that building. So I go, well, I'll just walk across the road. Oh, wait a minute, there's a curb. Oh, I can't cross curbs. I can't jump over. You know, it's just, yeah. Plus, none of those other games have got twinking in them. Yeah, I just didn't like the art style. Whenever I did play it, the art style bothered me. I didn't like it. Gen X, learn to get better. Gen whatever, I want to play Saturday morning cartoons instead of just watching them. Yeah, they kind of felt like that. It felt very cartoony to me as well. Yeah, it's the, oh, I can squeeze into this gear and weapon or whatever. through game knowledge and outside help if necessary, that, you know, making like a really powerful character for their level by really stretching the boundaries of what's permissible in the game is part of the charm and fun of AO. But you know what? Not everyone finds that kind of spreadsheeting gameplay interesting, and that's fine. That's okay. That isn't a problem, you know. It's just different things for different people. That's what it is. WoW was the biggest my biggest problem with WoW, I would say, is it made a gross amount of money. It was hugely popular, and every game company thereafter wanted their own slice of that pie. You know, when games were made by game devs who like games, you got something unique every time they made a game. You know, it was a combination of those personalities and knowledge working together to create something. After WoW, the suits and the corporate boards get involved, and they want their cash cow, you know. So, oh, they're nice. Keeping those. Don't sell those gloves. Note to self. Yeah, so after that game happened, oof, garbage fleas, yay, XP balls. Excuse you, sir. Yeah, so it kind of became, you know, oh, we've got this new MO, and it could have been amazing. But we never got to see it because it wasn't a WoW clone. And every MMO that came out afterward was basically a WoW clone. Because, well, the corporate, you know, the suits who never play these games have no interest in them whatsoever outside of how much money they can make with them. Yeah, they want their WoW. They want our company's version of that. We want that cash vehicle, please. And modern games now are really, you know, especially with predatory tactics used by the likes of EA and whatnot, they want their cash cow. They don't see the game as work of art. They see it as another slot machine at the casino. You've got to play games by storytellers like Hideo Kojima. You play Death Stranding. It's 2 Death Stranding games. That's a hell of a story you're playing through. He makes you feel what he's trying to tell you the character you're playing is feeling. And the game mechanics are not, you know, particularly anything special, but the story is, my God, the stories are amazing. The characters in them, he's very particular about that. Death Stranding 2, I would say play both games, don't just play one of them. It will gut you. It really will. You'll play it and go, oh my God, you know, if you care about anything. Yeah, it just mind-blowing. That's just a video game. He's kind of like a epic movie creator that works in the medium of video games, basically. It's a walking sim. It's a life sim. It's a life experience sim. If you're going to call Death Stranding a walking sim, yeah. In the same way every game is a walking sim because your character moves around. On a superficial level, yeah. In terms of a story, no. Yeah, GTA 6 will be no different. I never GTA just never appealed to me. So I'm out of touch with what's popular because that game just... I saw clips of it and I was like, this feels meaningless to me. It just... I can't see the appeal. You know. So I run around stealing cars. My character keeps changing. What is this? An Uber driver sim for thieves? I mean, without Fast and Furious movie franchise being as popular as it has been, and it has gotten more and more ridiculous. And you know, no disrespect to it. I did enjoy the very first movie. It was marketed as a sandbox, but never was. What? GTA? I don't know. I have not played enough of it to have any real opinion of it, but it was all like getting points for running people over in a car, and I'm like, wait, what? Okay, that's nuts, and I can see that has some fun appeal for certain personalities, or, you know, but no, I don't want to do that. I want to be the good guy, not the whatever that guy is, you know. I'm not sure what that guy is, but I don't want to be them. Yeah, maybe that's just me. That's my loss, maybe. I don't know. GTA wasn't a hit until they changed it from top-down view to third person. I don't know. I never played the original. I know that. It's this game, right? It's this game. And you run round and steal cars and kill people in the car, with the car, and you win points for it. That's the game. Yeah, sounds cool, but not for me. It was a hit from day one, yeah. Hey, is the Fixer still in this playfield? Yes, they are. Look, there they are. The GA Fixer still here. And if you attack them, they're actually wearing GA armor. It takes forever to kill them. Cities are amazing. As good as like the city in Cyberpunk. That always made me laugh, was people comparing Cyberpunk to GTA. I just found that hilarious. It's got cars and roads. It's the same as GTA. Do you even know what this game is, bro? You know. Cyberpunk today, compared to release, it wasn't ready. It was undercooked. It had bugs galore, whatever. But at the core of the game was a great game with some brilliant ideas and mechanics, and also a fantastic bunch of characters and a solid storyline. Which is why after they fixed a bunch of stuff, and since Phantom Liberty, since then, that game is just epically good. You define it how you see it. Isn't that entertainment? No, that's personal awareness. It's not just driving over pedestrians. Well, yeah. I would hope not. Uh-oh. PRK doesn't like me bad mouthing GTA. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen clips and videos of it, and they all seem to involve driving over pedestrians. I don't know. Is that like a thing to do in a game? I don't know. If it gets personal, I'd say job done. Yeah, GTA just felt like what was the arcade game years before it? Like decades before it? It's like a road rage game. You were on a motorbike and you had like a chain or something. It was weird. It wasn't a very good game. Yeah, maybe I need to play GTA all the way through. Carmageddon, something like that. Yeah, that was okay, you know. Yeah, GTA never appealed to me. Death Stranding, brilliantly crafted storytelling and character development. You know, I'm not a Kojima stan or whatever. I think the guy's twisted. But I also think he's brilliant at what he does and what he creates. He's impossible to define. And if you feel like it's too on the nose, it means he hasn't tried. There's my other bag of crap. No, I had more than that, didn't I? Didn't I have more than that? No, okay, that one's empty. I'm sure I picked up more loot. Ah, yeah, there we go. Because we did the diner first, didn't we? And we're keeping those ones, even though they're ranged armor gloves. Yeah, yeah. If people start getting all dramatic about the fandom, it's like you're in the wrong place. We don't do that here. Crazy Tack Carmageddon. I'm not sure. It was some sort of a game. You were on a bike, and you had a chain with like 8 frames of animation of like hitting other cars with the chain, and yeah. Yeah, it's funny which games actually get their hooks into me. Is it Road Rash? Was that the one? Yeah, I played like Stalker 2. I did every ending it's got on a fresh playthrough. So I'd remake the character from scratch and play through the whole game, but with I'm gonna side with this faction for the end of the game, and I absolutely loved it. The atmosphere of Stalker is something else. The Stalker 2 game on a decent PC, it's great. You know, I mean, it when it comes to what's good and what's not, there's no such thing. There's, do you like Rocky Road ice cream or chocolate ice cream? Or maybe you like minty chalky chip? Or maybe you like this? Doesn't matter. It's your ice cream, you're eating it. It's the same as pizza toppings, and people start riots over that. Don't put pineapple on a pizza for me, but if someone wants banana and pineapple on their pizza, I don't give a shit. It's their pizza. They're paying for it. They're eating it. I don't care. You know. It's your damn pizza, dude. You know, do what you want to do. Heard it's very buggy. What? Stalker? Or Which game do you mean? Stalker was definitely glitchy and buggy on release. Another game that wasn't ready, yada yada. Stalker today, no. Since the 1.9 patch, very stable, good kind of mechanics, etc. It works, and it works well. On release, yeah, but the story's great. The characters and factions also really good. The world building pretty good. Now they got what they call A-Life, which is the NPC intelligence and factions fighting each other depending on your actions. Also all working really well. So if it's on sale anytime, yeah, grab it. It's good. But I have got a soft spot for the Stalker games. I always have had. I played the early games that came out. The fact they developed it in the Ukraine and then moved the game development out of the Ukraine because, you know, stuff, and still managed to finish it at all. And maybe they released something that wasn't quite cooked. Respect is due. Pineapple and ham. Hey, it's your damn pizza. You have whatever the hell you want, you know? Would I share a slice with you on some pizzas? Probably not. But that doesn't matter. It's your damn pizza. You know, if someone's trying to decide what pizza I'm having and they want to start putting pineapple and stuff on it, yeah, well, that's not going to work for me. You know. Uh-oh. Can we... Oh, this cave can be a bit hit and miss. Can I make it... Oh, hang on. No, we've found the door again. Yeah, a grey cave mission can be a bit messy. Just use the taunt on him. But don't know where he went. It looks like he's jumped to a completely different point in the mission. Oh dear, I think we... Oh, he's inside a wall and shooting at me, and I can't hit him back. Oh dear. Can I pull him? Ah, yes I can. So he can teleport through the walls. That's okay. We got him. I would say, yeah, it's basically fixed now. You can your quests won't bug. They did for me. I even live streamed it, and a couple of the quests completely bugged out. So I was locked out of completing them. You know. And some of them were main quest ones, so it just locked the whole game. But yeah, they fixed a bunch of that, and I would say it's in a decent working condition now. I'm going to do rights for this mission, just because. Yeah, if you're going to buy it, buy on GOG. Simply because the devs will get more money out of the transaction. Okay, we got a barrel in the wall. Can I? Yes, I can. Had to faff a bit to get there, but we got there. Oh, snared and rooted. Well, thank you very much. It's not like I've got any place special to be. It's locked, okay. Excuse me. No, I do not want to delete my lockpick. There you go. And now we wait. We wait for this bullshit to get finished. In the meantime, let's buff. Yeah, I got it at launch just to support the dev team, to be honest, and glad I did. Yeah, had issues, got better, load of stuff got fixed, and it's now in a really pretty good state, I would say. The storyline and characters are great. And it's one of those games, whichever kind of faction stroke ending you choose, you always feel at the end of it like, did I make the right choice? You know, it has that decent writing where you never feel completely that you got or you did the right thing. There are a million guides on getting the best gear and whatever to make it all work well for you, but even when you've got those, you still wonder, did I make the right choices there? You know? And having that feeling, regardless of what you do, is, I think, good writing. You know, if all the different endings leave you with a sensation of, ooh, yeah, but maybe, you know, there is no good ending, inverted commas, for the game. Yeah. I've still got the damn snare. Holy crap, how long does this snare last? Oh my god. Why you do this? I've still got that. I need general buff as well. Can you make lockpicks no drop? Yes. You need a holographic camera and an ID extractor. It's quite an easy process, but yes, you can. Right, back in a min. Time for more beer. Yeah, personal lockpick has been the thing since, well, I don't know, since the beginning of the game, maybe. Been a thing for as long as I can remember. Right? I can remember quite a ways back in this game. Oh wow, this guy's doing ridiculous damage. I'm gonna die. Holy crap. That guy was doing so much damage. Fuck. What the hell? That's annoying. Scary violin music, yeah. Go rebuff. That was nuts how much damage he just did. It was like he was hitting me for 100% aim shots. Which were unevadable. Reflex killed you. You think so? Let's close planet map for a second and have a look. $49 points of damage. Oh crap! Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't think the 49 did it. Let's have a look. 73 projectile, which is not much. Could the reflects certainly helped him. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. So it's 8 times. Yeah, it was pretty close. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think the reflex did the majority of the damage there. It's kind of annoying, but can't dodge reflex. No, you can't. No, you can't. The reflex should not trigger with perk attacks, though. They're supposed to cut through. Yeah, but that guy was fucking nuts. Right, well, let's go. I bet he's all healed up as well. I think it was a magpie in a previous life. I like sparkles. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've died on reflect shields before at the Beast and other places on Shade. Because you're doing so many attacks per second. It's kind of bonkers. So unless you've got HOTS and other things to help support the HP bar, it can definitely go that way. We're going to beat him. We might have to do it as a war of attrition, but we're going to beat him. So there's the dude. He'll be back at full health. Lesser absorbent shield. So he doesn't actually have a reflect this time. Or does he? No, he doesn't. Okay. He's suddenly lost RRFE, which he had. And done. Ooh. Oh. Never mind. Studio Majestic Games. Yeah, for some reason on the first encounter he had RRFE, which is kind of overpowered for something this level. If you assume the mobs you're meeting have buffs that they, if they were a player character, could self-cast. Any fool can have RRFE because a higher level player can cast it on them. What can be soloed now? I don't know. I've never gotten to an endgame on PRK. I don't play often enough or long enough. You probably can't hear it over the mic, but people that were possibly firing off fireworks earlier are now all arguing. Gotta love people. They're all having a big fight. Back in the day, pretty much, if you define solo as playing with a single character, quite a lot of the game could be soloed if you were tricksy enough. So used game mechanics to your own advantage. But not everything. But no MMO was ever designed to be a thing you could solo. It was always designed to be something to play with other people, wasn't it? NT, Destroying Lords of the Void. Technically possible, but not into. If you say soloable and you include in that only the buffs you can cast solo, no. Ton of outside buffs. Yeah, a lot of stuff can be soloed. It's like having a ton of NCU space, going to the subway at level 20 with those buffs. Like you got Hack and Quack RRFE. It's basically God mode at that level in that dungeon. And some people say, well, I soloed it. And it's like, well, did you though, really? You know, could you have done it without all those buffs you can't actually cast? Yeah, not so much. Yeah, it is. Outside buffed solo, you can do a hell of a lot. I mean, you can get a keeper and whatnot to give you blockers, and an Engie to do the same. And then you're kind of really hard to kill for 20 minutes. But is that actually solo? Or are you relying on the buffs that you just got? You know, it's one of those. It's... Doctor can solo Lord of the Void. I've seen Shades do it, but they're buffed to the nines. Yes, multi-boxing is not soloing. Multi-boxing is exploiting the fact that Funcom don't enforce their own rules. It's part of the problem in the live game now. Is so much of the content is bought and sold by people with multiple accounts. Some people accuse, you know, like keepers, oh, tab queue, go and put the kettle on. And compared to boxers, they're working their arses off. Wow, we're getting close to the bone here. Repulse, deflect, nano resist. No, that's a crap one. Don't want that. And I think I am now out of med kits. Oh, well, that was well planned by me, wasn't it? Yeah, when someone says I soloed it and I had 50 gazillion other buffs running from other players, I'm like, did you though? I'm not saying it's wrong to do that. We all like a couple of, you know, oh, give me a hack and quack, give me a hot, hey, I can run around like a lunatic and kill everything. Is totally valid, but I wouldn't describe it as soloed anything. Oh my god, we're trying to heal off tiny little first aids. This isn't good. No other dots in this room. So unless the mission target is in here, we're done in here. Oh no, a bomb! Take that, sell it. There we go. We're going to heal up on this one with totemic rights and the like. Yeah, we got more health than we started with at the beginning of that fight. That works for me. Oh, agent, okay. Better. Yeah, we did that. Oh, I think that's, yeah, that's our machine. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a spirit out of that. No, we're not. They died too quickly. I should not have let you live for as long. Or I should have let you live longer. One of the three. Okay, so there's our doohickey. What's this one? Yeah, that's super useful. There's a lot of erroneous and completely crap buffs, items, and whatnot in the game. Oh, cast round corners, why don't you? Right, okay. Am I rooted? I am. Oh my god, I hate agent mobs. I hate you. Did you know that I happen to hate you? All debuffs from mobs should expire the moment the mob dies. Han Solo. Yeah, there was a guy on Star Wars Galaxies named his character Hand Solo. He got banned. But we all thought it was pretty funny. You've had with the return item, yeah, they can be a bit buggy, but missions are not even alpha at the moment. Well, I'd like to move, but the bastard agent decided not. Yay, now we can move. Still snared, but at least we're moving. Shit to sell. Okay. I picked that up. I'm surprised. I thought I left that, but okay. Crap, I am 100% gonna sell. Bag. No, nothing doing there. Percentage, where are we at? 100%. Okay, where was the doohickey? That was this one. It was close to hit. Yes, there we go. Yep, there we go. Mission done, Ski. I've still got the snare. I've exited the mission. I'm still running at ridiculously slow. Ugh, snares from NPCs annoy me. Minus 153 run speed. Yay! And how long does this piece of crap run for? Let's have a look. Oh, another. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Why'd you even bother with 100% as a shade? Because. You get XP for killing mobs, and you get XP for finishing the mission at 100%. XP is XP. Not just tokens. I know what you mean. Why would you bother on a shade when you can't use tokens? Yeah, because you do get the XP reward and everything else for the mission. You need free movement stims. I undoubtedly do. Yeah, your XP reward for the mission is also governed by the percentage. How the fuck have I missed Newland? Excuse me. Ah, no good. Why you do this? Alright, let's log back in. Get this mission handed in. Okay. Once known city of New Lag. It's not that, it's just rando crashes. I mean, managing to run the entire way round a mountain system and not land on the bloody city, that's incredible. For most people that would take effort. I managed it anyway. Yeah, well, Tier, oh God, I remember the old days of Tier. Tier was so busy, they moved the damn Wampers. The Wampers used to be on top of the fair trade in the middle of Tier, and it was a massive lag fest. So in the end, they moved the Wampers, like that fixed it. It did make it slightly better, but it meant you would go to Tier and then spend 10 minutes trying to get out of the Wamper. The Tier gate, oh my God, yeah. I remember Newland grid exit being hundreds of meters in the air next to the skybox. And there was like no way around that for some reason. And it was back when full damage was the thing. Right, let's pull all this crap out of here and sell it. Plus, doing 100% of the mission means you've looted everything, killed everything, looted everything it's got, etc. Yeah, so there are reasons for doing 100%. Beyond tokens, which I appreciate, you're correct, can't be used by a shade in the 18.4 build. Yeah, let's just sell them as well. Right, so that gives me 11k there, plus the other bit. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Oh, got more. There is more to sell. This is all from one mission. get almost nothing for the spirit, but hey. Still getting sold. Another 6k on, well, nearly 7k on top of that. That's that bag empty. Was that the only bag I had loot in? Probably. Yes. Yes, it was. Oh dear. Oh my god, this fucker's still running. With the green jello. Thank you. Go away. I'm surprised a lot of players have not jumped on the project. I think a lot have. I think the majority of the player base are in fact old players, not new players. They're not people that, well, there's probably a small percentage that have never played the game, but I would say most players already have. Woo-sa, says Muddy Zen. Okay. Oh dear, I'm tired. I was up so early and here I still am. Oh, I'm a fool to myself. Right, I'm gonna go. Is anyone else streaming Anarchy Online? Well, you know, curious minds want to know. Let's have a look. Anarchy Online. Right, let's have a look. Twitch, what have you got? Oh no, it's me and Rubi-ka live feed. Nobody, why no one else stream game? Game good. What can you do? Right. Oh, that's the other thing. Is anyone I know streaming? So there's someone you can go to? Anyone I know streaming? So there's someone you can go. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, successfully lost. Why the hell not? Yeah, we'll go raid Lost. She's great. She's a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, we'll go raid her. She's playing Mass Effect. I think Mass Effect 2 for the first time. So we'll go raid them. Say hi. Why not? Yeah, go say hi. Lovely lady. Very funny. Makes me laugh anyway. She's very vocal. I'll say that. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to raid Lost. Give her some love. Until then, love you all. See you in the next one. Most likely tomorrow, where I'll stream for longer because I won't be as knackered from being up at 6 a.m. or being in work at 6 a.m. even. So I was up before that. Until then, love you all. Miss you all. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Gallus, hi! Welcome in! Oh my goodness gracious!